It is cold. I am going to spend the rest of the day, or have spent the rest of the day by the time you see this, because I do things in the afternoon. You get it. Up on the roof, putting the final shingles on, up on the rooftop, click, 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 but trying to get ready for Old St. Nick. Shingles, weatherproofing, because that's awesome. And that's been my Cyber Monday, and that's been pretty fun. How's your Cyber Monday been? Tell me in the chat below. And also in the chat below, give Patricia a great big congratulations, because she's our Project Soapway winner today for the third and final Hell Challenge. And it's different. She approached it different. And I'm going to tell you more about how she approached her design different in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you're here for the third and final winner of Project Soapway Hell Challenge. And yeah, as I said, that is Patricia of Bubble and More. And she's won a couple of these challenges to date as well. One of the ones that I know she's won is the coconut challenge, or the coconut free challenge rather, because that lather still lives rent free in my brain all the time. It's incredible. And I think she also won the puree challenge recently with she made it look like a pineapple. It was a pineapple. It was so amazing, so cute. And so this is another win for her, and I understand why, because she is massively talented. All the talent, all the things. And not only is she massively talented, she also teaches. She does classes up in Vancouver where she lives, and she is also a very kind and generous soul with all of her soapy knowledge to everyone within the Sudser community. We may not have seen her a lot lately. She's had a lot going on, much like a lot of the Sudsers this year. When I tell you that it's the longest year ever, I'm not kidding, because everything's been a lot for a lot of us. But when she is around, she's definitely amazing. So let's get to her video. We're going to talk more about her and her process and how she changed her approach to the Hell Challenge to, I think, ultimately a better end result than what I got. So let's get there and we can see if you agree. Okay, so Patricia is going to show us the most obvious way in the world to do this. As soon as I saw this footage, I went, all right, let's try a top-down approach. That makes all the sense in the world. Now, this is pretty genius. So it looks like she took like a paper towel roll and cut it, or just a piece of cardboard generally, and molded it around something to get equal parts. And then she took her strapping tape and just taped the crap out of it to make, a divider. And also that kind of reminds me of when we were doing this and talking about it in Discord or whatever, and I sent through the picture of the taco holder, and I'm like, what do you think? Does this work for the Hell Challenge? And, I, people laughed at that comment, but actually Twisted did do that. And so that makes sense too, because Twisted's submission looked really amazing and super close to the brief as well. So yeah, a top-down approach using dividers, and you pull out the dividers. I love everything about this. So she's doing a 2-color approach. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Okay, love it. Do not know what the scent is, but I do love that instead of calling it a health challenge, she's like, how about we just call it what it is? This is the waves challenge. I love that. I love it very much. I'm going to go ahead and title this video, the actual soap pour and technique, because waves. that's probably the actual name of it. I don't know, but it makes sense to me. But yeah, so I think that this is a super smart way. And actually, as soon as I saw this footage, I absolutely wanted to go and try again. Also, just FYI, if my voice is moving closer and further away from, you and your ear, I apologize. I am trying to label uh, packages right now, like shipments, while I'm doing this and do some multitasking because 'tis the damn season and I am never going to get through this list of orders to finish. So, yes, we are working with two colors, orange and blue, which I approve of because I am from Colorado. I am a Denver Broncos fan. And looks like small batch with the little 4 bar batch from Brambleberry. So that's about a pound-ish of soap that fits into that guy. And working with a top-down approach. I am here for this 100%. And you know what? I was actually looking through my old files for Project Soapway because I'm, getting ready for year 4 and doing some stuff, and was looking at all of the submissions and the winners and, all of just the files that I've created. And she's won a whole bunch, right? Like she did Ghost Swirl, she did Pineapple, she did the coconut free challenge, and then this one. She's won this one as well. So I think like four wins. I might be missing one still. But anyway, point is lots and lots of wins. It's so impressive. I am just over the moon excited to be doing this again, but it makes all of the sense in the world that she won another one because she does teach. So Patricia Bubble and More is based out of Vancouver, Canada, and she teaches. So I have put her contact information in obviously the boxes, within the video itself, but in the description and also the pinned comment. So if you are in the Vancouver area, you can go take a class from her, which I highly recommend because she's so good at what she does. Her soaps always look so beautiful at the end. Like you can just look at it and tell that was a well blended batch. That was a like the actual formulation is nice and balanced out. Just amazing, And I really recommend, again, if you're in the Vancouver area. If you're not in the Vancouver area and you want to get classes like from her, online or something, I don't know that she has an appetite to do it, but if enough people harass her, maybe. So you could email her as well, too. Also, I was going through all of my old communications, and the soap mods were pulling stuff too. And it is just amazing how much information she has and how willing she is to share it with the Sudzer community. She's so delightful. I love her so much for, all of the reasons, but certainly because she is very, very good to all of the Sudzers. And she has such a beautiful talent that she loves to share with us. But with this, I'm still... I think she kept this one to herself and didn't tell any of us, when we were all trying to figure out how to do the Hell Challenge, because she kept this one close to her chest. She wanted to win. How many of the rest of you actually did it this way? Also, look at this. Isn't that super awesome? That's so smart to keep a container of water next to you while you're soaping, so you can just clean off your stir stick really easily without having to, get the rags out and clean it all off and everything. It's so much smarter. I love this. Like 100%. That's so smart. Okay, I'm just gushing over Patricia, but I should gush over Patricia because she's amazing. And again, 4th win, I think. Pretty sure. But anyway, yes, back to the question that I was asking before I got, sidetracked. How many of you guys approached the Hell Challenge, the Waves Challenge, with a top-down technique? How many of you approached it that way? Because I want to go back and look at the rest of the submissions and see if you guys were closer to the brief than me, JJ, and Kaylee managed to get by doing it this way. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Let's check out this pour and see if it, works. Because that's going to be the important thing. You know what I mean? Okay, and onto the pour. And I cut out this footage, but she did continue to hand stir these batters after she had split them up and colored them, and then take stir sticks to one of the batters but not the other, and just continue to work with it efficiently. Though she wasn't taking a million years with it, until it hit the consistency that she really wanted. And that's honestly just a mark of an experienced soap maker that can look at the batter, know what it's going to do, and, adjust it as needed on the fly without, worrying about it and being overly stressed and all the things. As you can see, we do have a little bit of seepage underneath the dividers, but that's to be expected. And really, when she puts the orange in, it's all going to come out in the wash, as it were, especially if you're going to be cutting it horizontally instead of vertically. So, the bottom of it might be a little bit weird, but she's doing a good job separating it out. And actually, since she poured directly onto that blue, I think what it's going to do is push the blue to the edges of the mold, so it might end up looking just perfect when the dividers are removed. That said, removing these dividers, that's a harder thing than, you might expect, because removing dividers can be a huge pain in the butt, and it gets really messy. And so I'm going to say you're definitely going to have to resist the urge to scrape anything off of these dividers. Just any soap that remains on it, that soap does not belong in here. This is not the mold you're looking for this soap. You're just going to use that in, a smaller mold somewhere else to make your sample bars or to make your rebatch or what have you. And it'll be great, because if you try to scrape any of that color back into the soap batter, you're going to mar that finish, perhaps irreparably. Like, it might end up splashing down too deep so you can't even plane it off. I hate generally planing soaps anyway, so I would definitely recommend not trying to put it back into the mold, but also keeping that in mind. Wherever you end up with the height of your soap, you're going to take a little bit off to make up for the amount of, how big the dividers are or whatever, so it's going to sink a little bit, and that's all you're left with. So you got to make sure that your tops are nice and straight if you're not wanting to plane off that top. Really do hate planing off tops. But she's doing an amazing job with all of this. Everything looks great. Her soap has stayed nice and fluid for sure, and no real problems, because you can see the orange and the blue that's already in the mold. It's setting up really nicely, so I'm not mad at that. Now, the reason why we're doing the soap challenge right now at 5 p.m. my time, so maybe a little bit late, is because I don't even think Patricia is in Canada right now. I got an email from her that's saying, how happy she is to be part of the event and everything, but she's really going through it. And so everybody send all of the love and all of the support and all of the kindness and happy healing thoughts to Patricia right now. She's one of the many sudsers that are going on, or that are really going through it in pretty big ways. And I'm not telling her, stuff, but just send her the love. We're sending it everywhere right now. I know it's been a lot, but she has really kind of sad stuff going on, coupled with really incredibly happy stuff going on. I can tell you that her niece is getting married in Barcelona in December, so that's really fun. I love that. And so she's super busy, so she may not be around. Hopefully she will be able to be around and actually in the chat for this one, but if she's not, obviously just send her a message in Discord or tag her and she'll get to us when she can. She has a lot going on between travel and some other stuff, but we love her whether she's here with us or not, and we love that she is willing to share her vision and her approach to this particular challenge and all of the things. And it's just, again, it's the most obvious thing in the world once you actually see it in front of you. I did go back and try to find that post that was on Saponification Nation when I screen capped this or whatever, and nobody had any good answers. I think most everybody was like, oh, it's like melt and pour layers. It's like, well, no, it's not. And anything that you can do in melt and pour, you should theoretically be able to mimic in cold process. You just have to get really creative with, maybe sculpted layers or embeds or all the things. And doing it this way, it seems like the easiest way to do it and least room for error, because you can see exactly where all of those are lining up. And so therefore you set your, marks, you set your actual dividers wherever it is that you want within the mold, and then, you're good. So you know what it's going to look like when it's all said and done, except for, of course, this part, because this is where it can be messed up. And I zoomed in on this to watch the magic. She's so slow in pulling it out. Very, very precise. Yes. Oh my God, it's perfect. Stop it. That is amazing. And then the next one, straight up, very slow, very precise, absolutely slowly lifting it from the, and it's perfect too. Holy crap. This is the most amazing thing I've seen in such a long time. That is so satisfying. Oh my gosh. And look at that. End result, this is what all of her, layers look like. And so for first attempt at doing what she's calling the wave challenge, what I'm going to continue to call the hell challenge, that's impressive. That is so beautiful. She's definitely making sure that everything is in really nicely, that all of the air pockets are out from where the actual dividers were. And then she's going to, I don't know if she's popping and gelling it or not, but let's go check out the cut and we can find all of those things out, together. All right, so we do have the saran wrap on over the top to keep all of the heat in to ensure it doesn't get soda ash. And already it looks so stunning. This is what I mean. Patricia's soaps always look so well formed. They're well blended. They have the appropriate water content. Oh, I really like that she puts tape around the edges there too to ensure that these molds don't bow, because they claim that they don't need this extra support, but I have not found that to be the case. And it's popping out completely beautifully. Look how clean that is. Such a clean release. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is that recipe is gorgeous. The recipe is gorgeous, and the soap maker that made it is very experienced. You can just tell just by looking at it. It's really very stunning. Now let's move on to this cut and see what we are looking at within the middle and how it all looks when we don't have, kind of ragged, soap top edges on it. And so she's going to cut it into multiple pieces, again, horizontally, to really release the pattern and show the nice smooth version. And yeah, that's so gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And so you have the technique at this point, right? And so the only thing that you would now be concerned with is finding a bar of soap, like the sizing that makes sense for you in the hand. So if you're still wanting your 1-inch, deep bars or whatnot, figuring out what size mold you need to pour in order to achieve this, and then building your dividers and going from there. But this right here, the raw materials, again, for the first attempt at a very complicated and precise pour, that's stunning. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Now I just need to do this with Kimberly's, with Diamond Skies bar size, need to, whatever, and I will have like the perfect soap for the hell challenge, what I envision in my brain. It will be perfect. I'm definitely going to try this method for sure. And if you guys try it, you should let me know, because and let Patricia know, obviously. Let Bubble and more know, because she's amazing at all the things. And if you try this technique and it works and all the things, obviously post the pictures in Discord. Let her know, let us know. This looks really cool. I am absolutely kicking myself from not even attempting to do a top down, but I'm pretty sure Patricia was in the chat, because that was like a sneak live, I think, when I announced this project Soapway challenge. I went live because I knew I wasn't going to have time to edit a video, and I didn't expect anyone to be there. I was like, it's totally fine, it's good, whatever. And I think she was there, and I think she said, like, pretty quickly on, she's like, okay, no, I have an idea on how to do it. So she's been thinking about this since that night that I announced it. That's impressive. Well done. I mean, All of your wins were so well deserved. Your attention to detail, your artistry, your chemistry, your scientific process behind all the soaps, incredible. Thank you for teaching us yet again. You are awesome. It is Patricia of Bubble and More and her project Soapway Health Challenge win. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It definitely hits so much closer to the actual brief than what any of us have done up to this point. It's absolutely stunning. It looks amazing. And yeah, changing the approach. Once I saw it, like in the mold, what she was doing, I'm like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. That's how you do it. And it was brilliant. I am surprised that we're able to get the things. She did great. I love it for sure. Everybody obviously go support Patricia. Her socials are always a little bit hit or miss because she teaches more than anything. She does this for the love of the game, her business and all the stuff. Not really up right now. Don't know if it will be, but that's okay. You do not have to be a business. You do not have to be a social media person. You do not have to be any of those things to participate in Project Soapway challenges. You just have to be a sudser, and that makes you an amazing human. Because for real, the sudser community is the most amazing community on this platform, on YouTube, bar none. There is not another community out there that can hold a candle to how amazing the sudsers are. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for lending your talents, your knowledge, your expertise, your everything to us. I appreciate it. I'm speaking to Patricia, but also to the sudsers at large. For those of you who are not sudsers, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is the best community on YouTube, and that is a fact. So you could become a sudser. You could subscribe. That's great. You could comment and, build relationships with people in the chat, in the comment section, because that's how we get to know you, Or you could join the membership, which is in the description box. There's a join button in the description of every video. If you want to do that, and you can meet us over on Discord, where you can then participate in the Project Soapway challenges. That would be awesome. For those of you who have done all of those things and are on the Discord and are all of the things for me in general, thank you for being awesome. I'm going to take a couple days. It's been, as I said, a long year, and I am going to be trying to send the year out in style for December, and I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun and really maybe lighten up a lot of the heavy that you're experiencing, that I've been experiencing, that we're all sort of collectively experiencing, all the things. So enjoy the rest of the week. I will be back on December 1st for another round of 'Tis the Damn Season Soapy Fun. Bye.